we just looked at how to sketch a cubic. Now we're going to apply the same logic to sketch a quartic. Quartic meaning that we have x times x times x times x, so our most powerful term, and the one that we really need to spend most of our time considering, is x to the 4. Okay, so we're going to start exactly the same as we did before. Let's label our roots. So we've got one root at positive 5, another root at negative 2, another root at negative 3, and a final root at 1. We should also find our y-intercept, minus 5 times 2. Remember, we've set x to 0 here, so we can effectively ignore the x's. Minus 5 times 2 is minus 10, times 3 is minus 30. Sorry, and then I forgot the 1. Times minus 1 gives us positive 30. Okay. Everyone makes mistakes. We'll talk about how we could have spotted that mistake in just a second. Okay, and now we need to consider what's the behaviour for large values of x to the 4. Well, if we have a positive number, we raise it to the power 4, it will still be very large and positive. If we have a large but negative number, a large negative number to the power 4 would have negative times negative, that's positive, times a negative, negative again, times a negative becomes a positive. So in fact, for large negative values, our graph is now positive again. So let's just join these points up. You can see from here we've got a turning point, and we know that we must go through here to get to our next root. If we'd accidentally missed that negative sign and positioned our y-intercept at minus 30, we wouldn't have been able to pass through that route. We would have spotted a problem. We could have then gone back to this, checked all of our routes were correct, they were, and then we could have noticed that our y-intercept must be the mistake. Checking it, we would have noticed we missed the minus 1, the y-intercept was wrong, and then we could have repositioned it. And there we have our quartic. Okay? Consider what happens for large but negative values, large but positive values. Find your roots, your y-intercept, and then join the dots. That is the general shape of positive quartic. A negative quartic would be flipped, so it would look more like that. Again, more on that when we do transformations later.